Welcome to Fat Over 40. My name's Miles, and in this episode, we're gonna look at my lazy bum. Now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. There's a new film every single Friday, and if you like what you hear, then please give us a fat thumbs up. But more importantly, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Now, I have suffered from a bad back for pretty much all of my adult life. When I was a teenager, I compressed my discs playing rugby, and you know, it's never quite been the same. Definitely when I would be sort of run down or have a cold, I'd feel it in the lower part of my back. And when I started exercising a couple of years ago, about 6 months into it, I found that my back was getting really sore. I'd go and see a massage therapist, which would sort of sort things out in the short term, but it just kept on reoccurring. So as you know, on this channel, when I don't have the knowledge myself, I like to bring in the experts to explain. So I've been to see Jess from Injury Active. So Jess is a sports therapist, and she's been working on sounds terrible. She's been working on my bum, but she identified the issue that I had, which was that that I had a lazy bum, and she put it right. So I thought it'd be really interesting to go and have a chat with Jess for her to sort of really explain what, and this is our sort of term, lazy bum syndrome, what it's all about, and how you can identify it and put it right. So I'm going to bring Jess up now, and I'm going to shrink myself down, and we'll let her sort of take us through it. Hi Jess, thanks very much for doing this today. But can you just run us through and tell us what you found when you first examined me?
Thanks for having me, Miles. So, when a client comes in, we first assess their, we ask them some questions, and basically you told me that you were seeing some massage therapist, and basically the pain was just, it was subsiding for a bit, then it was coming straight back, okay? And for me that's a bit of an alarm bell, like it should be going. So basically you were only treating it for the short term effect. We didn't know what was going in the long term. So for the long term, we need to assess why is this happening, okay? So I first assessed your lower back range of motion. And what we saw there was that you were stiff in like every position. So bend down, touching toes, extending back, leaning side to side. And then we also looked at your hip as well, just to make sure there's nothing going on with the hip causing the back pain. When we were looking at the hip, what we noticed was that your glutes were not firing, okay? So we performed hip extension, and this is a huge thing. If the glutes aren't firing, it means somewhere might be becoming overloaded. So we got you to perform glute activation, and you just couldn't do it. Like, you could not even squeeze your bum. Do you remember that? You could not squeeze your bum. And this is a huge thing. So when you were doing that hip extension, the first thing you got was that back pain again, and then your hamstrings felt quite tight as well. So that for me was telling me that those glutes were just not firing. So that's when we called it the lazy bum syndrome, didn't we, Mars? So it was a bit easier for you to remember then, other than it wasn't firing properly. So yeah, nicknamed it lazy bum syndrome.
Oh, Jess, I can tell you, my wife, she got a hell of a lot of fun out of the whole lazy bum thing. When I came back and said to her, my bad back is all down to the fact that I've got a lazy bum, she just cracked up. And she keeps bringing it up every now and again, which is nice. So, Jess, can you show me where on the human body we're talking about? Stop! I could almost see you lean forward towards your screen. That goes for you as well, Rob, and you as well, Craig. Yeah, I bet you're all like, oh, we're about to see a bum. Well, I suppose you are about to see a bum, but I don't think it's exactly what you've been expecting. So let's have a look at this bum.
Right, Miles, no problem. So here we got the posterior aspect of a human body, okay? So we're talking about the glute max, which is this area here, okay? The bum cheek, okay? That is also made up of other areas, which you got the glute medius here at the top, and then you got the glute min, which is the smaller part of the bum cheek, okay? here you've got the hamstrings which join into the glutes, and then you've also again got the back extensors where the glute max joins into here, okay? When I was talking about the firing pattern earlier, just so I can show you, the glute max here should fire first, that should be number 1. Then it should be the hamstring straight afterwards, number 2, and then the back extensors, number 3, okay? With Miles, what was happening with him, he was getting basically all contraction through here and here, basically 1, 2, nothing for number 3, okay?
So Jess, why was my back hurting when it was my bum that was the problem?
Basically, do you know that saying about our knee bone is connected to our thigh bone? Very, very true, this, okay? Our body is all linked, okay? So if one area isn't working properly, for example, our glute max, okay? Our lower back then becomes overloaded, our hamstrings become overloaded because we're not using the correct firing technique. Our correct firing technique should be the fact that our bum is activated first with any form of hip extension, then our hamstrings, then our lower back. So if you, like I said before, you were misfiring or maybe not actually firing properly at all, so therefore our hamstrings become overloaded, which then means why you're getting hamstring tightness, and then our lower back was then becoming overloaded, which then causes pain due to the overload. And obviously our glute max is our main stabilizer for our pelvis, our trunk and our femur, okay? So if that's not working, then our back's having to work in overtime to stabilize that pelvis, same with the hamstrings.
So Jess, why was my bum not working?
Basically, we all live very sedentary lifestyles due to our job. So basically we all sit down for too long, okay? This causes our hip flexors, so like the cords which join into our front of our hips, become very, very tight, okay? And this means that our bum, which we're sitting on all day long, becomes very lengthened and weak. So this can cause the bum to almost switch off and cause that lazy bum syndrome, or just not misfire properly. For you, I think it was the fact that you had a bit of inhibition of the glutes, so they just were not switching on, okay?
Well, you gave me some great rehab to do, Jess. The first thing was just to do sort of bum clenches or just squeeze my bum. You know, when I didn't really realise, but my bum was pretty flat and squidgy, and even when I was trying to squeeze it as hard as I could, there was pretty much nothing there. It was, yeah, well, of course, I had lazy bum syndrome. So you gave me these bum cheek clenches that I was to do sort of everywhere, lying down, sitting up, standing still, blah, 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 in the supermarket. And on quite a few occasions, my wife would be going, stop it, stop it. And I'd be going, what? She went, you're doing it again, I can see your bum moving. As I was clenching my butt cheeks. Oh, I'm doing it now, I'm doing it now, I'm doing it right now.
Yes, you definitely need to get a bit of a J-Lo bum. So we just gave you some simple exercises at the beginning, like you said, glute squeezes. And we made you do them all around the place. Seated, standing, laying on your front, laying on your back, just to try wake up the bum, basically. Really simple, but as I can imagine you found that pretty tough, okay? And like we do get quite a few people in here who do find that really tough. So we got you doing that. When you felt ready to grow that J-Lo bum, okay, we then got you doing some other exercises such as glute bridging, anything which involves sort of hip extension really, just to get that firing. And then that became pretty easy for you really, didn't it? You got that firing going again.
Yeah, so you gave me some sort of easy rehab exercises, and then as my bum weird talking about bum. As my bum progressed, you gave me some sort of glute bridges and some hip extensions to really sort of try and build up the muscles. And I've got to say that after probably a couple of weeks, I started to realise that my back wasn't hurting, and then certainly after a couple of months, I started to notice that my bum was filling out, and that I was starting to get muscles where I never thought I had muscles. And I can honestly say that in the last 18 months I have had zero back pain, yeah, and I'm getting all the gains in my bum. I'm focusing on it. It's become a part of my exercise routine now as well, to actually be sort of engaging my bum, being a bit more conscious about it, and it's certainly made me a lot stronger. You know, ultimately it is the biggest, like you say, it's the biggest muscle in your body, so it's something that needs to be worked on. So Jess, tell me, how common is lazy bum syndrome?
Yes, I think it's a very common thing. Basically, we have a lot of people that come in with lower back pain as well. And for me, I think this is a huge sign that maybe their glutes aren't firing. As we know, and you might all, you've had back pain. I've had back pain. A lot of people you ask have probably had back pain. It's the reason why a lot of us have to miss work. It's a leading reason for disability worldwide. So I think a lot of people will be suffering from this lazy bum syndrome, Miles.
So Jess, how can people watching this check if they've got a lazy bum?
Basically, all they need to do is just ask themselves, can they squeeze their bum cheeks, okay? If they're struggling with this, it's likely that that bum is not activating properly. Are they suffering from lower back pain? Are they suffering from hip pain? Are they struggling to just maybe tie their shoelaces and stand back up? Are they struggling to pick their shopping up off the floor? If so, it's likely that they are probably struggling from this lazy bum syndrome.
Jess, what advice would you give to people that think they've got a lazy bum?
Basically, I would, with anybody, even if they've got lazy bum syndrome or not, I would look at getting some glute activation, because like I said, it's the main stabiliser, okay, for our pelvis, our trunk, everything like that, our knees, okay, and we know a lot of people suffer from that problem as well, okay. And so I would look at searching for a local physio or sports therapist in the area. I'm a graduate sports therapist, so make sure you kind of look for somebody who has got a degree, because then they'll be able to fully assess you, okay. And you can just search it in Google and have a little look, see what you can find, and they'll be able to help you and do a full assessment, basically, okay? If you want to ask any questions to us, feel free to look at our website, which is injuryactive.com, and there's also some blogs on there which might help you with your glute activation.
Bye. Well, Jess, thank you very much. So a big thank you to Jess from the Injury Active Clinic. All of the details will be down below with a link to their website. Check it out. Obviously, they're in England. A lot of my international viewers won't be able to just pop along and see Jess for some treatment. If you are in the area, then I highly recommend you pop down. There are a number of different therapists in Injury Active, so check out their website for the full details. But they do have some really useful blogs, which I urge you to go and check out and educate yourself on the gluteus maximus. So I suppose you might think that my thumbnail was clickbait. The title of the video might have been clickbait. It was definitely all about lazy bums, and I really hope that you found this worthwhile. So again, a big thank you to Jess at Injury Active Clinic. If you have liked Jess, then please let us know in the comment section down below. I'll give that feedback to her. I know she was very nervous, but I thought she did very well and definitely explained what lazy bum syndrome was all about. So thank you, Jess. So the biggest Get Healthy collab on YouTube is back again next week with a little update video. That's a little short update before our 3-month goal update, which is the big sort of crescendo that'll be happening first week of April. So look out for those. Now, if you haven't seen last week's video, then click here. And if you haven't seen the last Get Healthy collab video, then click here. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Click that little bell and get a video off me every single Friday. And if you make one change this week, check if you've got a lazy bum so you don't die fat.